A very good afternoon to you and welcome to our lunchtime news. I am Sandro Ferdinando. We start off with a look at your headlines. JVP expresses pleasure over proportional system. Hartal campaigns continue in the northern against the rape and murder of a school student in Punkudathu. Ranbhoomi rally for unity en route to Kuliapitiya spreading the message of peace and coexistence. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Paneerselvam resigns from his post. And now your stories in detail. The Monetary Board has decided to maintain the current monetary policy rates.
The Central Bank of Sri Lanka notes that commercial banks that carry out transactions with the central bank will continue to maintain a standing deposit facility rate of 6% and a standing lending facility rate of 7.5%. The CBSL points out that following the reduction in policy rates of the central bank in April 2015, market interest rates adjusted downwards as expected. The CBSL further points out that with the low market interest rates, the demand for credit by the private sector had increased. As a result, credit given to the private sector by commercial banks exceeded 86 billion rupees in the first quarter of 2015.
The Ranbhoomi rally for unity travelling across villages and cities spreading the message of peace and coexistence commenced its journey today from Negombo. The program, the first of its kind in Sri Lanka, has already enriched its mark in 43 cities and is expected to reach Kuliapitiya today.
Today marks day 15 of the Ranbhoomi Rally. The Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity, organised by the MTV-MBC Network, Newsfirst, the National Youth Services Council and the Colombo Port City, was given a warm reception by the people of Negombo. School students and area residents were gathered at the location to welcome the rally. The engraved block was later passed down hand in hand before being placed in the special float. Thereafter, the convoy headed towards Lanka. The rally, which commenced its journey from Negombo this morning, was accorded a warm welcome, filled with much colour at the Pannala bus stand.
The Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity, organised by MTV-MBC Network, Newsfirst, the Colombo Port City Project and the National Youth Services Council, is on its way to Lanka before making its final stop in Kuliapitiya for the day. We are now joined by Newsfirst Siddharth Kotian, who is travelling with the convoy for more details.
It's day 15 of the Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity, and it's a very, very hot afternoon in Lanka, which is our second stop for the day. We've just finished our program in the city and we're headed to Kuliapitiya next. The first stop of the day was Negombo, and we had an excellent turnout there with members of all the religious communities represented as per usual in any Ranbhoomi rally. What was interesting in Negombo though was that I met a foreigner, a man named Bob, who is from Scotland, and he comes to Sri Lanka every year for 6 months to volunteer as an English teacher. And he heard that we were going to be in Negombo this morning, and he told me that he just had to be there. He was there throughout the rally, taking pictures and enjoying himself as much as possible. And when I spoke to him later, he was very grateful to the Newsfirst team for organizing the Run Bhumi rally, and he was very, very appreciative of the idea behind it. And now, in Sandalanka, we were welcomed by a marching band from the Wickramasila National College, and it was led by band leader Dinesha Madhuvanti, who is just 16 years old and doing her A-levels this year, and she made time for us, which is quite remarkable. A very, very upstanding young lady indeed. And that's it from Sandalanka. I'm Sid Kotian reporting for Newsfirst.
සමනුල කිරිසිපෙන හිරු කිරණින් ඇයම අවදිවන්නේ
Brick by brick, our hearts become one. Run Bhumi Rally for Unity. 22nd May, 9 a.m. Negombo, 11 a.m. Sandalankava, 2 p.m. Kulyapitiya. 23rd May, 9 a.m. Hettipula, 11 a.m. Kurunagala, 2 p.m. Ibba Gamua. 24th May, 9 a.m. Malsiripura, 11 a.m. Kalevala, 2 p.m. Tambulla. Join us now for the nation's biggest rally.
JVP MP Vijitha Herat says that the proportional representation system is the most democratic electoral system in operation in the world. The MP made this statement speaking at a conference organized by the Bar Association of Sri Lanka. Attention was also drawn to the 20th Amendment to the Constitution.
දැනට පවතින ක්‍රමය තමයි ඇත්තම ගත්තොත් ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී මූලධර්ම ආරක්ෂා වෙන හොඳම ක්‍රමය. නමුත්
If you take a look, the proportional representation system that exists at present is a system that protects the fundamentals of democracy. But in practice, the basic democratic feature of that system couldn't be protected in Sri Lanka as a result of the political culture that exists in our country. We would like to align ourselves with the needs of the public. But if we are to do that, the new system that is to be created must protect the fundamentals of the existing one. If you take it simply, if a political party or group backing a certain political opinion obtain a percentage of public votes, their representation in parliament should be in proportion to the percentage of votes they received. This is because new things only come out when various political powers are in equilibrium. The 19th Amendment is like that. However, it is a turmoil that exists in the political arena that has prevented the 19th Amendment from achieving its goal. Certain amendments within it caused harm to its fundamentals. This would happen to electoral reforms too.
ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අලුත් දේවල් එළියට එන්නේ 19 සංශෝධනයත් එහෙම තමයි. ඒ සංශෝධනයේ දේශපාලන බලපෙරළියේ අර්බුදයත් එක්ක තමයි ඒ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙච්ච ඉලක්කයට ගියේ නැත්තේ. යම් සංශෝධන විසින් ඒවයි ඒකෙ තිබිච්ච මූලික හරයට හානි සිද්ධ වුණේ. ඒ නිසා මැතිවරණ ක්‍රමයටත් ඒකම වෙන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා.
සාධාරණ මැතිවරණ ක්‍රමයක්
We proposed for the introduction of a fair election system. This request was made. However, there is a hidden story as well. What we said is the appointment of an MP who will be accountable to the electorate and abolish the preferential voting system. We have understood this. What will be introduced needs to be a simple one. Under the present system, 5% of the votes are not valid. If 10 million vote, 500,000 votes are rejected. This is a serious issue. We reached this stance because all political parties must be given due place.
මේක බරපතල ගැටලුවක්. කුමන ක්‍රමයක් තුල වුණත් අපි හඳුන්වලා දෙන සෑම කුඩා පක්ෂයක්ම මේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී ප්‍රවාහය තුල රඳවාගත යුතුයි කියන මතයේ ඉඳගෙන තමයි අපි එකඟතාවය පළ කරන්නේ.
Today, the world marks International Day for Biological Diversity. International Day for Biological Diversity is celebrated this year under the theme Biodiversity for Sustainable Development.
Biodiversity is the variety of different types of life found on Earth, which is a measure of the variety of organisms present in different ecosystems. Sri Lanka is an island nation with a rich biodiversity.
ජෛව විවිධත්ව සංරක්ෂණය සඳහා පරිසර විෂයභාර අමාත්‍යාංශ විදිහට අපි සකස් කරලා තියෙනවා.
We have designed an action plan as the Ministry of Environment in protecting biodiversity. Through the action plan, we have identified a number of resources that needs to be protected and the legal action that needs to be exercised and the task that needs to be undertaken by the people with regard to this. There are many institutions that need to be involved formulating the policies with regard to this, such as the Department of Wildlife Conservation, Department of Wildlife Marine Environment Protection Authority and the Marvali Authority. We will, through this program, find out the best way to safeguard biodiversity through coordination.
මේ ආයතන හරහා කොහොමද සම්බන්ධීකරණය කරලා අපි ජෛව විවිධත්ව සංරක්ෂණය කරන්නේ කියන වැඩසටහන තමයි අපි ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්නේ.
A special traffic plan will be implemented during office hours from 4:15 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in the Colombo city. Now, according to the police, this traffic plan will be implemented to ease the traffic congestion on several roads. We contacted the police media spokesperson ASP Ruwan Gunasekara in this regard.
A traffic plan that will see traffic movement on one way from the Colombo city will be implemented on all 5 weekdays from today from 4:15 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Accordingly, vehicles travelling from Park Road, Baseline Road to Havelock Road can now travel via Park Lane to Isipathana-Mawatha. The one-way traffic plan will be implemented from Havelock Road to Park Lane towards Park Road and Baseline Road. Vehicles can only travel from Park Road to Isipathana-Mawatha. Vehicles can travel from Isipathana-Mawatha via Park Lane Junction to Havelock Road. Vehicles cannot enter Isipathana-Mawatha from Dickmans Road Junction on the Havelock Road. To enter Isipathana-Mawatha, motorists should only travel through Park Road via Park Lane. Through this one-way traffic plan, we hope to ease the traffic congestion. This traffic plan will be implemented from today and traffic police will be stationed for this purpose.
Protests and hartals continued today as well, with officers and shops closed down against the rape and murder of a schoolgirl in Puttakurithu, Jaffna. The people of the north demand to create a safe environment, ensuring that such an incident would not reoccur. This is the ground situation in Trincomalee at present. Our correspondent reports that the hartals and protests continue in Batiklo, Muttur and Kilinochchi. Now, the Lawyers Association of Jaffna has requested that attorneys do not appear on behalf of any of the suspects. In more local news, the 130 suspects arrested for behaving in an unruly manner during a protest staged in Jaffna have been transferred to the Anuradhapura prison. Commissioner General of Prisons Rohana Pushkumara stated that the group was transferred to Anuradhapura prison due to a lack of space in the Jaffna prison.
130 individuals have been arrested during the hartal held recently over the rape and murder of a schoolgirl in the Kites area in the Jaffna district. However, since the Jaffna prison is small in size, there is a lack of space to house these suspects along with the other prisoners. Therefore, we have transferred the 130 suspects to the Anuradhapura prison, which has sufficient space. They will be brought to Jaffna on the next court date.
Meanwhile, the police noted that a calm and peaceful atmosphere persists in Jaffna. Police media spokesperson ASP Ruwan Gunasekara said that the Criminal Investigation Department is conducting investigations into the rape and murder of the schoolgirl.
The CID is conducting investigations into the rape and murder of a schoolgirl in the Kites area. 9 suspects have been taken into custody. A suspect who was found hiding in the Vellavath area has also been produced at the Kites Magistrate Court and subsequently remanded. All 9 suspects involved in the case will be remanded until they are produced in court on the 1st of June. The IGP was able to engage in an inspection tour of the area yesterday, and necessary instructions were given to the officers. At the moment, there is a calm and peaceful atmosphere existing in Jaffna.